Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You are lying on your bed. The room is quiet. Your body is resting. But your brain is still awake in its own world. Now think carefully. What if, in that silent world, your brain is still learning? What if, while you are sleeping, your mind is slowly building sentences, understanding words, connecting sounds? What if you wake up one day and suddenly English feels easier, more natural, like it belongs to you? Most people think learning English means sitting for hours, forcing yourself to study, feeling tired, feeling bored, and slowly giving up. But here is a truth that can change everything for you. Your brain never sleeps. Your body rests, but your mind keeps working. All night, your brain is organizing your thoughts, repeating what you learned, strengthening your memory, building connections without asking you. And if you understand this deeply, you will realize something powerful. You don't need more time. You need a smarter way. Because the problem is not that you are not working hard. The problem is you are not using your brain the right way. Right now, your brain is already working every night. But it is working on random things, random thoughts, random videos, random worries. But what if you take control of this process? What if you decide what your brain should work on while you sleep? In this video, you are not going to learn some magic trick. You are going to learn a system that uses your subconscious mind, a system that trains your brain slowly, a system that makes English feel natural, not forced. And listen carefully. This is not about becoming fluent overnight. This is about becoming better every single day, without feeling pressure, without feeling tired. This is about turning your sleep into a silent teacher. If you follow this the right way, one day you will realize something shocking. You are thinking in English, without trying. And that is the moment your life changes. Now let's begin. Step 1. Control what enters your mind before sleep. The most important step. Before we talk about learning during sleep, you must understand one simple truth. Your brain can only work with what you give it. Nothing more, nothing less. Most people want results, but they never control the input. They go to bed after, scrolling social media for hours, watching random videos, thinking about problems, feeling stress, comparing themselves to others. And then they expect their brain to learn English during sleep. This is not how it works. Your brain is like a field. Whatever you plant, that is what will grow. If you plant distraction, you get confusion. If you plant English, you get progress. Every night, before you sleep, you must give your brain clear English input. Not random, not stressful, not difficult. Simple, calm, and focused. Spend at least 15 to 20 minutes doing one of these. Read a short and easy English paragraph slowly. Listen to simple English audio with clear pronunciation. Speak softly about your day in English. Repeat a few basic sentences again and again. But don't rush. Don't try to learn everything. Just stay calm. Because your goal is not to force learning. Your goal is to prepare your brain. When you sleep, your brain enters a powerful process. It starts organizing everything you experience during the day. It decides what is important, what should be remembered, what should be ignored. This process happens automatically. You don't control it directly. But here is the powerful part. You can influence it. Whatever you give your brain just before sleep, your brain treats it as important. And then during sleep, it starts repeating it, strengthening it, connecting it, slowly turning it into memory. Imagine you repeat these sentences before sleep. I woke up early today. I ate my breakfast. I went outside. I felt happy. Now during sleep, your brain quietly works on these patterns. It doesn't shout. It doesn't show you, but it builds familiarity. The next day, when you try to speak, these sentences feel easier. Not perfect, but easier. And that is progress. Do not do this. Listening to very difficult English, trying to understand everything, feeling stressed, forcing yourself. Because stress blocks learning. Your brain learns best when it is calm. Don't say, I will learn English while sleeping. Say, I will train my brain before sleep, so it continues learning during sleep. This is where 90% of people fail. They ignore this moment. The moment before sleep. The most powerful learning window of the day. If you control this moment, you start controlling your mind. And when you control your mind, you start changing your life. Step 2. Use low-volume English audio while you sleep. You are not going to become fluent just because English is playing near your bed. You are not going to wake up one morning and suddenly speak like an expert. That is not real. But this step can still become very powerful for you if you use it in the right way. It helps your brain stay connected to English sounds during sleep in a very soft and gentle way. It gives your mind more exposure to the rhythm of English, the flow of English, the sound of common sentences, and the natural music of the language. Even if you do not understand everything consciously, your brain can still become more familiar with the language little by little. And that matters a lot. Because one of the biggest reasons people struggle in English is not only lack of vocabulary, it is also lack of familiarity. English still feels strange to them. It feels foreign. It feels fast. It feels uncomfortable. Their ears are not used to it. Their brain is not relaxed around it. So when they hear English, they panic. But when your brain hears English again and again in a calm way, something begins to change. English stops feeling like an enemy. It starts feeling normal. So here is what you do. After your short bedtime English study session, you can play soft English audio at very low volume while you sleep. The volume must be low, calm, and gentle. It should never disturb your sleep. It should never feel aggressive. It should not be loud enough to keep your mind active in a stressful way. It should be like background rain, present but soft. This is very important because sleep is still more important than audio. If the audio ruins your sleep, then this method is hurting you, not helping you. Your brain needs good sleep to learn well. So never sacrifice sleep quality just to feel like you are studying harder. Better sleep will always help your English more than noisy audio all night. Now you may ask, what kind of audio should I play? The answer is very important. You should play easy English. Very easy English. Slow English. Clear English. Repetitive English. Calm English. For example, you can use simple daily routine sentences, basic conversations, easy short stories, slow spoken English paragraphs, common phrases repeated clearly. This is not the time for difficult movies, fast podcasts, complex grammar lessons, business English, news debates, or confusing vocabulary lists. Why? Because your sleeping brain does not need difficulty. It needs familiarity. It needs patterns. It needs calm repetition. Think about a child learning language. A child does not begin with difficult speeches. A child begins with simple sounds, simple words, repeated patterns, and calm listening. That is why this method works better when you make English soft, simple, and repeated. Suppose every night you play audio with simple lines like these. Good morning. How are you today? I am fine. I am going to work. I need some water. She is my friend. I want to learn English. Today was a busy day. These are not big sentences. They are not impressive, but they are useful. And when your brain keeps hearing patterns like these again and again, those patterns slowly stop feeling new. You may not notice it on the first night. You may not notice it on the second night. You may not notice it even after a week. But slowly, your ears become more comfortable. Your mind becomes less resistant. Your listening fear becomes weaker. And one day you realize something important. You understand more than before. Not because of one magical night, but because of repeated exposure. This is how many big changes happen in life. Quietly, slowly, without drama. Many English learners only meet English when they are trying hard. They only hear English when they are sitting to study. So their brain starts connecting English with pressure, fear, mistakes, and frustration. That is dangerous, because then every English moment feels heavy. But this step creates a different relationship. Now English is also with you in peaceful moments, in your rest, in your quiet time, in your soft evening routine. This helps your brain feel safer around the language. And when the brain feels safe, learning becomes easier. Do not start with the whole night if that makes you uncomfortable. You can begin with 30 minutes, then maybe 1 hour, then maybe more if it does not disturb your sleep. Some people sleep better in silence. If that is you, do not force all-night audio. You can still get a big benefit by listening for a short time as you fall asleep. That is enough to make this step useful. Remember this clearly. This method is not about suffering. It is about gentle training. It is about surrounding your brain with English in a peaceful way. The first mistake is using loud audio. Never do that. Loud audio can disturb sleep, irritate your brain, and make the whole process worse. The second mistake is using difficult content. Many learners think difficult means powerful. No, difficult often means useless in this situation. If the audio is too hard, your brain gets nothing useful from it. Keep it simple. The third mistake is using random audio every night. One night motivation, one night news, one night movie dialogues, one night a grammar lecture. This is not training. This is chaos. Your brain learns better when the input is stable and repeated. The fourth mistake is expecting too much too fast. This step helps, but it is support. It is not the full system by itself. Do not become impatient. Do not say, I tried this for 3 nights and nothing happened. Real learning is deeper than that. Fluency is not built only in the moments when you speak. It is also built in the moments when your brain becomes familiar with the language. And this step helps create that familiarity. Very softly, very slowly, very deeply. So from tonight, do this in a smart way. Choose one calm English audio. Keep the volume very low. Use simple and clear content. Let it play while you sleep or while you fall asleep. Protect your sleep quality. Repeat the same content for several nights before changing it. Many powerful transformations begin with small invisible habits. And this habit can help your brain stop seeing English as something difficult and start seeing it as something natural. That is the real power of sleep learning. Step 3. Choose the right type of audio or you will waste the whole method. Many people hear one idea like, listen to English while sleeping, And then they make a big mistake. They play the wrong kind of audio. And after that, they say this method does not work. But the problem is not always the method. The problem is the material. If you feed your brain the wrong kind of English at night, then you are not helping yourself. You are only creating noise around your sleep. That is why step 3 matters so much. You must choose audio that matches the condition of your brain during the night. And what is that condition? Your brain is resting. Your conscious mind is not fully active. Your attention is not strong. Your focus is not sharp. Your learning is passive, soft, indirect. So the content must match that state. That means the audio should be easy, slow, clear, repetitive, peaceful, useful, natural. If the content is not like this, then you are making your brain work in the wrong way. The best audio for sleep learning is audio that uses simple daily English. English that people actually use in real life. English that your brain can hear again and again without stress. For example, daily routine, English basic self-introduction, simple question-answer patterns, common verbs and sentences, short everyday conversations, easy listening lessons for beginners, slow story-based English. Why are these good? Because they build familiarity with the foundation of the language. And fluency is always built on foundations, not on difficult words, not on fancy expressions, not on showing off. If your foundation is weak, your English will always feel unstable. But if your foundation becomes strong, then later everything becomes easier. That is why simple audio is powerful. Avoid fast native conversations with background music. Avoid action movies. Avoid emotional scenes with unclear speech. Avoid advanced podcasts. Avoid complicated grammar lectures. Avoid business presentations. Avoid difficult news reports. Avoid vocabulary lists with hundreds of hard words. Avoid audios that keep changing topic every minute. Avoid noisy, dramatic, or aggressive voices, because they do not help your sleeping brain relax into the language. Instead, they create confusion. And confused repetition does not create strong learning. Clear repetition creates strong learning. That is why one calm voice is better than 10 difficult sources. One simple English paragraph repeated many times is better than 1,000 complicated words you never use. At night, your goal is not more information. Your goal is deeper familiarity. This is a completely different mindset. Many people think learning means collecting more and more. More videos, more words, more lessons, more channels, more notes. But your brain does not always need more. Sometimes your brain needs less. Less content, less difficulty, less speed, less pressure, and more repetition, more calmness, more clarity, more consistency. That is how deep learning begins. A good sleep learning audio usually has these qualities. The speaker talks clearly. The speed is slow or medium slow. The sentences are short. The vocabulary is common. The tone is calm. The topic is familiar. The content repeats patterns. The audio does not shock your brain. The audio feels comfortable to hear again and again. If your audio has these qualities, you are on the right path. Now imagine 2 different audios. Audio A. A fast conversation between 2 native speakers using slang, jokes, unclear words, and background noise. Audio B. A calm speaker slowly saying, "Today I woke up at 6. I brushed my teeth. I made breakfast. Then I went to work. I was a little tired, but I had a good day. Which one is better for sleep learning?" Without question, Audio B. Why? Because your brain can absorb that structure more easily. It can recognize the verbs. It can feel the sentence rhythm. It can slowly get used to everyday English patterns. This is what you need. Now let us go one level deeper. You should also choose audio that matches your current level. This is very important. If you are a beginner, do not pretend to be advanced. Choose beginner audio proudly. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. Because when you use audio that matches your level, your brain wins. It feels progress. It feels clarity. It feels confidence. But when you keep choosing content far above your level, your brain feels lost. And a lost brain does not learn well. So be honest with yourself. If simple English is your level, then simple English is your training ground. Master the simple first. Then the difficult becomes possible. There is another smart thing you can do. Use the same audio for multiple nights. Do not change it every night. This is one of the biggest secrets. Repetition is not boring when your goal is mastery. Repetition is the road to familiarity. The first night, the audio feels new. The second night, it feels more familiar. The third night, your ears begin recognizing patterns faster. The fourth night, some parts start feeling normal. The fifth night, your brain is no longer meeting strangers. It is meeting known material. That is powerful. This is how English starts moving from outside your mind to inside your mind. Pick one audio between 5 and 20 minutes long. Keep it simple. Keep it calm. Use it for at least 5 to 7 nights. Then change it only when it feels familiar enough. This will help your brain build a stronger connection. Do not choose audio just because it sounds motivational or impressive. Choose audio because it is useful for your level and your goal. Night learning is not performance. Night learning is training. And real training is often simple. A boxer repeats punches. A singer repeats scales. A football player repeats passes. A language learner repeats useful patterns. That is not boring. That is how skill is built. So if you really want to learn English in your sleep, understand this deeply. The wrong audio can make the method weak. The right audio can make the method powerful. Not because it is magical, but because it is matched to how your brain learns. And once you understand that, you stop chasing random English content and start building a system that actually works. That is where real progress begins. Step 4. Build a night routine. Your brain can recognize. This step is about training your brain to enter learning mode automatically. Most people live randomly. They study English at different times, sleep at different times, listen sometimes, skip sometimes. And because of this, their brain never understands what is important. Your brain loves patterns. Your brain learns faster when things are repeated in the same way, at the same time, in the same environment. This is called conditioning, and this is very powerful. Create a simple night routine that you follow every day, not complicated, not perfect, just consistent. For example, you finish your work, you relax your mind, you sit in a quiet place, you read or listen to English for 15 to 20 minutes. You go to bed, you play your soft English audio. Every day, same pattern. When you repeat the same routine every night, your brain starts recognizing it. After a few days, something powerful happens. The moment you start your routine, your brain says, "This is the time to focus on English." You don't have to force yourself anymore. You don't have to fight laziness, because your brain is already prepared. Think about your morning. You wake up, and without thinking, you brush your teeth. Why? Because it is a habit. You don't need motivation. You don't need energy. You just do it. Now imagine English becomes like that. Every night, without struggle, you automatically give your brain English input. That is real power. Do not change your routine every day. Do not say, today I will do it. Tomorrow I will skip. Next day I will try something new. This breaks the system. Consistency builds power. Randomness destroys it. You don't become fluent because of one powerful night. You become fluent because of hundreds of small repeated nights. This step builds that foundation. Step 5. Train passive listening, the silent skill that changes everything. Passive listening means you are hearing English, but you are not trying hard to understand every word. You are relaxed. You are not translating. You are not forcing your brain. You are just allowing the language to enter. When you try too hard, your brain becomes tired. When your brain becomes tired, learning slows down. But when you relax, your brain becomes open. And when your brain is open, it absorbs patterns naturally. At night, when your audio is playing, do not try to catch every sentence. Do not say, I must understand everything. No, just let it flow. Let the words pass through your mind. Let your brain hear the rhythm, the sound, the tone. Even if you don't understand fully, your brain is still learning. Think about how children learn language. They don't sit with grammar books. They don't translate. They don't force themselves. They listen. Again and again. And slowly. They start understanding. Don't say, I didn't understand anything, so it's useless. Say, my brain is getting familiar. Slowly, deeply. Because familiarity comes before fluency. Always, do not mix passive listening with stress. If you feel pressure, if you feel frustrated, if you feel tired, you are doing it wrong. Passive listening must feel light and easy. You don't need to understand everything. You just need to stay connected to English. That connection grows slowly, and one day, it becomes confidence. Step 6. Use repetition to build natural English patterns. Your brain learns through patterns, not through one-time exposure. If you hear something once, your brain forgets. If you hear it again and again, your brain remembers. If you hear it many times, your brain starts using it. Do not change your audio every night. This is a huge mistake many learners make. They think, new audio means more learning. No, new audio often means no deep learning. Choose one simple audio. Use it for multiple nights. Listen to the same sentences again and again. Let your brain become familiar. First night. Everything feels new. Second night. Some words feel familiar. Third night. Your brain starts recognizing patterns faster. Fourth night. Some sentences feel natural. Fifth night. You don't feel lost anymore. This is real progress. If you hear, I am going to work, I am going to sleep, I am going to eat, again and again, your brain understands the pattern. I am going to, and later, you start using it naturally, because speaking English is not about remembering rules. It is about using patterns, and repetition builds patterns. Do not get bored too quickly. Boredom is often a sign that learning is happening, because your brain is moving from new to familiar. And that is exactly what you want. You don't need more content. You need deeper connection with the same content. That is how English becomes natural. Step 7. Combine day learning with night reinforcement. Night learning is powerful, but it becomes 10 times stronger when you connect it with your day. If you only listen at night, but do nothing during the day. Your progress will be slow. But if you give your brain English during the day and then repeat it at night, your brain starts building strong connections. During the day, learn something small in English, not too much, just something simple and useful. For example, learn 5 sentences about your daily routine. Read a short paragraph. Practice speaking for 5 to 10 minutes. Listen to a short audio once. That's it. Now at night, use the same content again. During the day, your brain understands a little. Your conscious mind is active. You try. You think. You notice. At night, your brain repeats it. Your subconscious strengthens it. Your mind connects it deeply. This creates a powerful loop. Learn, repeat, strengthen, remember. Day. You learn. I am feeling tired. I need some rest. I will go to sleep early. Night. You hear the same sentences again. Now your brain says, I already know this. And then it strengthens it. You don't struggle to remember. You don't feel confused. You don't feel lost. Because your brain is not seeing something new. It is meeting something familiar again and again. And that is how confidence grows. Do not learn something completely new at night. Night is not for new learning. Night is for reinforcement. The day plants the seed. The night grows it. If you use both together, your progress becomes unstoppable. Step 8. Do not overload your brain. Less is more, always. Many learners destroy their progress here. They think more means faster learning. So they try to listen to long audio, learn too many words, use difficult content, push themselves too hard. And what happens? Their brain becomes tired, confused, and slow. Your brain is not a machine that needs pressure. Your brain is a system that needs balance, especially at night. Keep everything simple and light. Short audio, easy sentences, limited content, calm environment. Do not try to learn 100 sentences. Even 5 to 10 sentences are enough, but learn them deeply. When you give your brain too much, it cannot process properly. It becomes noise. But when you give your brain less, it can focus. It can organize. It can remember. Option A. You listen to 50 difficult sentences once. Option B. You listen to 10 simple sentences again and again. Which one is better? Option B. Because your brain builds connection with it. Your learning should feel light, calm, manageable, clear. If it feels heavy, you are doing too much. Do not think, I am not doing enough. Because consistency beats intensity. Always. You don't need to do more. You need to do the right amount. Every day. That is how long-term learning works. Step 9. Use morning recall. In the morning, just after waking up, take 2 to 5 minutes and try to remember. What did you hear last night? What sentences were repeated? What words do you remember? During sleep, your brain processes information. But in the morning, your brain becomes active again. If you recall what you heard, you send a strong signal to your brain. This is important. And then your brain strengthens it even more. At night you heard, I am going to work. I feel a little tired. I need some water. Morning. You try to say them again. Even if you remember only 50%, that is enough, because now your brain connects. Night learning. Morning recall. You start remembering faster. You start speaking easier. You feel more confident. Because now your brain is not just hearing, it is using. Do not check immediately. First try to remember. Then you can check. This effort makes your brain stronger. Do not skip this step. Many people think night is enough. But without recall, learning becomes weak. Listening builds familiarity, but recalling builds power. And when both work together, your English starts becoming natural. Step 10. Stay consistent until your brain changes. You will not see big results in one night. You will not feel a massive change in 3 days. You will not suddenly become fluent in 1 week. And if you expect that, you will quit. Just like most people do. You must follow this system. Every night. Even when you don't feel like it. Even when you are tired. Even when you feel nothing is happening. Your brain does not change in one moment. Your brain changes through repetition over time. Think about this. Right now, your current English level is not because of one day. It is because of years of exposure, habits, and patterns. So if you want to change your English, you must give your brain new patterns. Again and again. Day after day. Night after night. Imagine 2 people. Person A tries for 3 days, then stops. Person B does small practice every day for 30 days. Who will improve more? Not the one who worked harder. The one who stayed consistent. First few days, you feel nothing. After 1 week, you feel a little familiarity. After 2 weeks, you start recognizing more words. After 1 month, you feel more comfortable with English. After a few months, English starts feeling natural. Do not chase results. Chase the process. Because results come automatically when the process is strong. Do not stop just because you don't see quick results. Progress is happening, even if you cannot feel it yet. Consistency is not about doing big things. It is about doing small things. Again and again. Until your brain has no choice but to change. Step 11. Reprogram your identity. Your biggest problem is not English. Your biggest problem is your identity. The way you see yourself. If you think, I am weak in English, I cannot speak properly, English is difficult for me, then your brain believes this, and your brain acts according to this belief. Your brain always tries to stay consistent with your identity. If you believe you are not good at English, your brain will stop you from improving. It will create fear, doubt, hesitation. You must slowly change your identity, not with fake motivation, but with repetition and belief. Every night, before sleep, tell yourself simple truths. I am improving my English every day. I am becoming more comfortable with English. I understand more than before. I am learning step by step. Say it calmly, say it slowly, say it with belief. At night, your conscious mind becomes quiet, and your subconscious mind becomes more open. This is the perfect time to influence your thinking. If you repeat positive, realistic beliefs, your brain starts accepting them. And slowly, your actions change, your confidence changes, your behavior changes. Earlier you think, I cannot speak. So when you try to speak, you feel nervous, you stop, you give up. But now, you start thinking, I am improving. Now, when you speak, you still make mistakes, but you don't stop, because your identity is different. Do not lie to yourself. Do not say, I am perfect. Say, I am improving. This is real. This is believable. This is powerful. Before sleeping, you listen to English, you calm your mind, you repeat your belief. Now your brain receives 2 signals. Language input, identity shift. This combination is very powerful. Do not ignore your mindset. Many learners focus only on methods, but without the right identity, methods become weak. Fluency is not just about learning English. Fluency is about becoming a person. Who is comfortable with English? And when your identity changes, everything becomes easier. Let me leave you with one powerful thought. You don't need to fight your brain. You need to train it. Every night you sleep, your brain is working. The only question is it working for you or against you? From today, take control. Give your brain the right input. Build a simple routine. Stay consistent. Trust the process. And slowly, without noise, without pressure, without stress, your English will start changing. Not in one night, but in many quiet nights. And one day, you will wake up and realize something beautiful. English is no longer something you are trying to learn. It has become something you naturally understand. And that is real progress. If you stay with this process, you are not just learning English, you are reprogramming your mind. And that can change your entire life.